2 years ago, I was able to rent out my pool, and during the summer, I made a little over $10,000.
From the pool?
Yeah, just from renting out my pool.
So your rental portfolio, rent's going up, rent's staying flat. How's that feeling these days?
Honestly, they're staying pretty flat right now. So I have, So just under 20 doors between Michigan, Ohio, and Texas. And I have 2 vacancies, I think, in Ohio. But hopefully we'll get some people in there pretty quickly.
What part of
usually
Ohio?
come around. Cleveland, for the most part. Yeah.
I like Columbus better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been out there. Actually, I used to live in Cleveland. When I first came to the States from the Dominican Republic, I lived in Cleveland.
Oh, really?
It's crazy that all this time later I'm investing there, but
Have you ever, is it all virtual or do you go up there much?
So it's interesting. I bought my first rental out there. I had never seen it, and a year and change after I bought it, that's when I flew out there to.
So the rent's flat in Ohio and Texas, or?
Yeah. So I mean, I haven't really. So I increased them, I think, a little bit last year, but this year I think I'm gonna kind of keep them where they're at, because everything's, I don't know, it's so crazy. Kind of earlier how you were talking about people not really being able to afford, these higher prices and stuff like that. How I knew that there were changes kind of happening, and this is kind of dumb, but one of the other things that I do is that I rent out my pool, right, through Swimply and like through other groups and stuff like that. 2 years ago, I was able to rent out my pool, and during the summer, I made a little over $10,000.
From the pool?
Yeah, just from renting out my pool. So that kind of told me, okay, people have a lot of, like discretionary income or disposable. There you go, disposable income. That's what I was looking for, because I was like, man, I had people paying $500 to rent out my pool for the day. This year, though, I've had minimal, like very minimal reservations. People aren't doing that as much as they were a couple years ago, but
I wonder if that's against the HOA's rules.
They don't say nothing. I know the people in the HOA.
Well, I think it's more of a reflection that people don't have the disposable income anymore, though.
Yeah. So I thought that was nuts. But 2 years ago, I made a little over like 11,000. Last year, I think it was like 6,000. This year, it's only been like 3,000.
They pay $500.
So usually, I rent out the pool for the whole day, like 12 to 10. And people rent it for birthday parties.
Like, do they pee in the pool? They pee in the backyard?
I mean,
you gotta let them
you
in the
name
house?
it, they probably do that. But
as long
in
as
the
it's
pool,
not shit, who
shock
cares?
it. Yes, exactly. You just shock it. Chlorine, shock it.
You know,
Everyone
if there is
will be
a log, you just
blonde.
get the little-
Everyone
you get
will
the
be
little-
blonde when they're done swimming. There's no doubt. It's just,
I didn't know that was a thing, though.
Yeah. There's an app, just like you could rent out, your house through, Airbnb and whatnot. You can rent out your pool.
so if you had to get the crystal ball out, like, what's your business look like in a year? Is it mainly wholesale? Are you still flipping? Are you going to focus on rentals?
So I'd love to focus more on new builds. Like, I just think it's like there's going to be headaches in everything that you do.
There's a trend there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sorry to interrupt, but it's
you're
just like a lot, like I would say so many people that we've talked to on this little project here, this podcast, is new build.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because they can't find deals.
Yeah. And also, too, sometimes you just get tired of doing these old ass fix and flips, to be honest with you. It's like you open up a wall, you open up this, like the latest remodel that we were working on, we had to do foundation work. The foundation work that we did was so bad that it started knocking the bricks off the house. So we had to then do siding. And because water was accumulating under the house, we then had to put in French drain. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like all these unknowns and different things. With new builds, I'm sure there's definitely a bunch of headaches associated with it, but I'd rather deal with new stuff than, having
to that point, it's like, when it's been a while, I'll just preface, it's been a while since I've been on a buy call. It's been a while since I've taken any of those calls or been on those properties. But it's like, yeah, we've got minor foundation problems. We've got, I've got like a thing missing. And then you get there and the whole wall's knocked down because the foundation. And you're just like, minor foundation? This is a teardown, bro.
The bricks in the driveway from the garage.
Yeah, it's like the people's sense of reality when it comes to their own home, and it's just like, yeah, you should take care of your house, but minor foundation versus, hey, this is probably needs to be torn down. Like the disconnect there is crazy sometimes.